is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Sooners' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Moore will throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Bryant. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ducks! You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Autzen Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Tatum. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off play action on first down. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. You start start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Power football with the run. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking for space. It's up. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
And now the ball is knocked free. Touchdown Sooners! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And that is exactly how you draw it up, right? Hey, we're going to get this guy the ball. He's going to fumble it, but we know our own guy's going to scoop it and score and completely fool the defense. Man, that'll never happen again in a million more plays, but that's one the offense is gladly going to take.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Moore to the air. Bringing the heat. Fires one high and deep. Makes a catch down the right side. He's loose. Touchdown, Oregon. A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's up. It's a fumble. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Got it in the middle, it's Sategna. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't drop. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Takes it the other way. The 20. The 10. Touchdown Ducks. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And I love what the secondary does here. You know the blitz is coming. You know the ball's going to come out quick. They react to it quickly, get the interception, and then Palmer, they know exactly what to do with it once they do.
No doubt, and I think the hit certainly affected some of the accuracy on the throw. Quarterback's got to do a better job getting that ball out sooner, but once the ball started to flutter a little bit, didn't go exactly where he wanted, the defense was opportunistic. And not just getting the pick, but having the convoy taking it to the house.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Give to the running back. There he goes. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
Yeah, and we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw for it. Dances away. Finding an escape route. It's a running room. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
The Sooners with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Finds his tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Lost a throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just Get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw it. Dumps it to the back. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
He's got him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart. Low.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Sooners will hustle to the line. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though, and you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of many sacks in this kid's collegiate.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the... And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Oregon. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Coming out with it, it's Sategna. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Caught over the middle. It's Ott. Still running at the 40. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Under fire. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a 1st down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
How about the play by the speed back? You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
And the Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for space to the left. He'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Finds his man. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On the offensive line to shore up the protection after the sack on the last play. 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Sategna. He is denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. Moore will throw. Zings it complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. Flying out to the left. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
He'll bring it out. It's Benson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his man. It's Moore.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Ducks can really attack on this second and short. Moore to the air. Caught close to the marker. It's Moore. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Whittington. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. He'll set up to throw. Fires to the tight end. Tripped up for the tackle. And the Ducks want to crank the tempo. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Ducks line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. It's Gibson. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Looking to the big tight end. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
And that was awesome by the offense. Good completion, great awareness by the receiver getting out of bounds. If you're on offense now, jog off the field, get the field goal kicker out there. You're going to steal 3 points at the end of the half.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air on first down. Rush is on him. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
He's going for a big play downfield.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really...
Nowhere to go. The ball's loose.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped them.
The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Moore will throw. Fires left. He's got an open man. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play-action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll run it from the gun. Runs through the tackle. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The Ducks will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the...
Turning it on! At the 20. Touchdown Sooners! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, doesn't he? He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the down.
There he goes! The 40! And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Right back to him on the ground. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Southern Miss went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Golden Eagles team has adopted the mantra, let your...
Touchdown, Oklahoma! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Motion from the back. Moore to the air. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. A strike downfield. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it. From the 30-yard line on first down. They're going to run it. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Whittington. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. The Ducks in the hurry up. From the shotgun, the inside give. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Ducks come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Running back searching for a hole. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Ducks!
And he's in for his third rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside his own 15, looking, and now the hit knocks it loose. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them, so a nice job.
Oh, he's got some space. He's up to 107 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day, and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Here comes the heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. With the catch, it's Sategna. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
That's reeled in. It's Sategna. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
But how about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
Skips away from pressure. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long, and here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Here's the pressure. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression, so as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the 1st down.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Trying to surge it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They'll send the tight end in motion. On the move, it's Whittington. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Moore will throw. Buys a little time with his feet. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
I think in this situation, after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Trying to keep the drive alive. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ballgame. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. The last thing you need is this guy getting knocked around. Wisely avoids the hit with the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. They'll try to pop the draw. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
And the Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Mateer. Dances away to buy time. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Fires to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Got him downfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. The Ducks racing to the line in a hurry-up. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This is an offense that obviously practices 2-minute situations, but they're not executing it right now, and I don't like the play call. You got to be throwing to the sticks, or you got to be throwing to the sidelines so guys can get out of bounds.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Burks. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Gibson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. I know you want to take what the defense gives you, but at this point, you have to push the ball downfield a little more, David.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Check the football down. That's what they're going to give you, but we need scores. Down multiple scores. Got to push the ball down the field. Take more chances.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Ott. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
You want to create favorable matchups, and the angle route against a backer is a good way to do it.
Yeah, and especially if you're going to run man-to-man, that's hard. That's hard for a linebacker to run with a fast tailback. But if I can play a little bit more zone and stay in my zone and anticipate the quarterback throwing that route, makes it a little bit easier to defend in the future.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Caught near the sticks. It's Burks. That throw and catch gets him down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. With the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to pass. It's Hawkins. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's not over yet. There's still a little bit of time on the clock. Obviously, that score gives you a chance, but man, oh man, do you need some miracles to happen some way to get this football back and do some damage with it.
And he makes the extra point. Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or 2. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.